International Relations and Cooperation Minister Ronald Lamola says South Africa has received an apology from the US for failing to attend the G20 Sherpas meeting in Sun City in the Northwest Province. Lamola says they remain optimistic that resetting bilateral relations with Washington, D.C. will succeed. The minister spoke to SABC News on the sidelines of the three-day meeting. Khayelihle Khumalo has more for us.
Well, certainly it's all about pragmatic assessment of all these key issues and, of course, the context where the geopolitical tension and many other global challenges as well. So many countries, of course, well represented here in Sun City. But to really look at the very key issues, we're joined by Minister Lamola. Minister, once again, thank you so much. In your address, you spoke about the global competition. You spoke about a very fragile environment where we're seeing the armed conflict on the rise. But let's look at this platform in addressing these issues.
Yes, indeed, this is an important platform because although the decisions are not binding of the G20, but they are very persuasive. And some of the members of the G20 sit in the Security Council. Some of them are members of the P5, the permanent members of the Security Council. And some at the bilateral level play various roles in conflict resolution. So it is important that we put a message of peace and security, a message of solidarity, and a message of resolving conflicts through dialogue.
Minister, we know that Pretoria has been very outspoken about the developments in the Middle East between Israel and Iran. So there's a very fragile ceasefire now, and both parties, they've committed at least to give peace a chance. And I would imagine that you do welcome those developments. But one would wonder, for the people of Gaza, you've gone to the ICJ. Are we going to see the ceasefire one day where the Palestinians as well, they can enjoy long-lasting peace as well?
Yeah, indeed, we welcome the ceasefire. And we continue to call for de-escalation for both parties and all the parties involved to go back to the negotiation table to find a long-lasting solution. The issues of nuclear non-proliferation, as you are aware, we are a signatory. We believe that they can only be resolved through negotiations, and that's how they were resolved also in our country. So we will continue to call for that engagements to find a long-lasting solution. And with regards to Gaza, we also continue to call for de-escalation, for the cessation of the military operations by the state of Israel. And you are aware that already the ICJ has ordered that the state of Israel must desist, must stop all military operations in Gaza for provisional measures. It has also ordered for humanitarian access and all those things. So we continue to call for that, and we also continue to call for countries across the globe to put the necessary pressure to the state of Israel to stop these operations.
Minister, one of the key members of the Troika within the G20 context, the US has not sent any representation whatsoever. Is Pretoria concerned about these developments, especially when you've gone to Washington, D.C., where you're resetting these bilateral ties?
No, we're not concerned because we have received their letter of apology, which they stated their reasons. So we will continue. We believe that the G20 can proceed with or without the US, but they are important in terms of participation because they are a member state of the G20. So we will we're looking forward to the robust engagements of all the countries that are here who are members of the G20, and we believe it will be fruitful and successful.
Minister, before we let you go, a very complex situation. We saw the court's ruling with regards to former President Lungu of Zambia. You had gone to Zambia to engage with President Hakainde Hichilema to really communicate South Africa's message. What is Pretoria's stance, especially because it's quite a very serious and a very grave situation, as it were?
Yeah, indeed, we have communicated and engaged with both the Lungu family and the Zambian government. And in all, we have sent our message of solidarity with the Zambian people and send our message of condolences for the passing of the former state president of Zambia. We are in solidarity with the people of Zambia, and we believe that he should be given a befitting funeral befitting a former statesman. And in that funeral, the people of Zambia must participate. So it is our belief that he should be buried in Zambia by the people of Zambia. The modalities and the programs and all that, we believe that the family and the Zambian government can find each other, find a common ground in terms of the program, how it should unfold. We believe that they need to engage and find an amicable solution on this matter, and a solution that will, at the end of the day, lead to the people of Zambia celebrating their former statement. We understand and respect the wishes of the family, and that's why you will have seen that our role has always been to say we stand ready to help with the whole process of reparations, which we were willing to assist where it was practically possible, to the extent where we were needed to do so, to show respect to the former statement. So we will continue. We believe that now with this court process, it provides an opportunity again for another round of engagement between the state and the family of former President Lungu. And I hope that this time around an amicable solution will be found and executed. And I also believe there's a space for the clergy to also play a role in assisting to find this amicable solution from both countries, either from Zambia or South Africa, even traditional leaders who have got an influence. I believe that with that kind of approach and engagement, both the Zambian government and the family can find an amicable solution that can lead to a solution that will be both agreed by both parties,